Hello everyone. Welcome to Muftau Nabila Abla YouTube channel, your home of exclusivity. Today I'm bringing you a sequel of my earlier revelation that Otto Addo was going to be appointed the head coach of the Black Stars, and that he was going to be handed 3 years contract with an option of extending it to 5 years. So today I'm just here to offer some further details as to what transpired behind the scenes before the appointment of Otto Addo as a head coach of the Black Stars. I've had many people ask me questions on social media whether Otto Addo applied for a coaching job. Yes, I have information on that. I did speak to people, people who are very familiar with the happenings of his appointment, and what I was told was that over 500 people applied for the Black Stars coaching job, and they selected 14 and interviewed all of them. However, they were not satisfied with the 14 people they had selected to consider them as replacement for Chris Hilton. And it was in the course of the process of interviewing the coaches who applied for a coaching job, that was when they realized, or a third party gave them intel that Otto Addo was interested in the Black Stars coaching job, a job he left about 2 years ago after leading Ghana to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. And when the intel was made available to the appointment committee, or the committee that was asked to select a list of coaches for the executive council to approve, they got in touch with Otto Addo just to ask him if indeed he was interested in the coaching job. Yeah, that was made to understand that Otto Addo confirmed he was interested, and they asked him, okay, if you are interested in the job, then let's just go through the normal process of hiring you. So bring us a letter expressing interest in the role. Sources said that Otto Addo did submit a letter. I've not been able to cross-check from the camp of Otto Addo whether he indeed submitted a letter expressing interest. So I need to make that point clear. But information that I had gathered suggested that when they asked him to drop a letter expressing interest, he did it. And guess what happened? Many of us would recall that the Ghana Football Association released, was it a 5-point criteria for the next coach of the Black Stars. So point 1 was for a men's top coach, someone who has coached at the topmost level for 15 years, be it at club level or national team level. So they reviewed that aspect of their criteria to someone who has been in football for 15 years. So if you have coached and you've played football, and if you bring everything together, your playing career and your coaching career, if you put everything together, it gives you 15 years. It means that you are qualified to take over the Black Stars coaching job. So that automatically qualified Otto Addo, because he's been in football for many years. Many of us can recall since 2000 or 2002, he's been part of the national team, played at 2006 World Cup, got his coaching badges in 2008 and all that. And he has a UEFA Pro license. What I was told was that he told them that he has a UEFA Pro license. So he was qualified. So they asked him to come on for an interview. He came for an interview, gave them a graph, gave them a PowerPoint presentation of where we are as a national team, where he thinks the talent available to the team can take the country to. And the people were convinced that Otto Addo indeed is a man. Again, they were looking for a futuristic coach. They were looking for a man who understood the culture, because taking up the Black Stars coaching job is quite a difficult thing. So some of the factors that were considered in appointing Otto Addo was: 1, the other people who were competing for the role do not have the experience of coaching at the World Cup. That was one plus for Otto Addo, because he led Ghana to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Another thing was that Otto Addo understood the local terrain. He understands African football. He understands the Black Stars because he's been there. In fact, he did tell them, per sources, that he made mistakes in his first tenure. He's learned from them, and he believes that given a second chance, he will do a much better job. So yes, that was one area too that was also looked at and approved. Another thing they looked at was the fact that should they go and start all over again with a new man who does not have an idea, the person will need like 6 months to 1 year to settle on the job and all that. They felt that no, with someone who's already familiar with the team, it was okay to get Otto Addo. And then the other aspect of it was the fact that they said some of the coaches who applied for the job was like 70 years plus, and they found that not to be good enough. If people who are 70 years plus are also interested in the job, then Otto Addo was always going to get the upper hand in this regard. So, yeah, that was what transpired in the decision. In fact, 6 things were considered before the appointment of Otto Addo. And let me just add that initially, my understanding was that Borussia Dortmund wanted the Ghana Football Association to buy him out of contract with the club. But Otto Addo was given the job security. He was told that, okay, we want to give you 5 years. We want you to be our project. We want you to lead a revolution of our national team. So it was a nice project that was presented to Otto Addo. And he felt convinced. So he needed to have a conversation with Borussia Dortmund and agreed that he will leave the club at the end of the season. So that's what basically transpired behind the scenes. His monthly salary, like I mentioned in the previous video, is $50,000. The executive council went to a meeting and they voted for Otto Addo to be given the Black Stars coaching job. Those of you who follow me on social media, especially my Facebook, just go and search Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. I want you to read a certain article I wrote to the GFA president, Keto Kripo. I think it will be a letter of interest that for many people to go and read. Muftau Nabila Abdullahi is my Facebook name. And when you go there, you will see two of them, 2 pages. One is the original account and the other one is my page. My page, I'm in a blue jacket, but in the original account, I am wearing a black jacket and standing in the studio. So the publication is on my page, which I'm in the blue jacket. So just go there and read a letter I wrote to Keto Kripo. I think it will also help support this conversation of how Otto Addo was appointed Black Stars head coach. And I also mentioned some other things too in relation. I didn't mention earlier that did he apply or did not apply, and I don't know if I clarified that. I did say that yes, he expressed interest. The people knew him. So yeah, that was basically what happened. Thank you very much for your time. I am Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. Welcome again to Muftau Nabila Abdullahi YouTube channel. I always appreciate your time here on this channel. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you to my colleagues out there who see my tweets, who see my videos, and turn them to online stories for their websites. Thank you, everyone. It means that you find my content credible enough for your website. But sometimes when you are doing the stories, just be careful of what you say so that you don't misrepresent what I have written. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.